Hey everybody, this is Kyle, and today I am going to write a song and document that process and try to be very quick as I do it. I asked someone, my wife, give me a song idea and don't be silly. And of course, she heard that is make it silly, and she said fuzzy kittens. So, for a song group that I'm going to take that simple idea and see what I can come up with. I'm going to try to be as quick as I can. So, all my friends in the song group that are watching this, yes, this is going to be a different style of submission than what I might normally do. Usually, when I go to write a song, I have a little notepad I can hold in one hand and I scribble my lyrics on there. And I say scribble because my handwriting at its best is a scribble. And it has been. I missed many recesses in first grade because of my handwriting. It did me no good. But anyway, I have a template set up in Google Docs. It's pretty much a table. It has columns for song parts, and I can move those around and change them. Usually, when I go to type a song, especially songs for the song group, I'll just leave stuff blank, just kind of skip a row instead of doing all this modification. Because if I'm only going to share this song with the song group, I don't need to do all this precise documentation. It's like, hey, if I skip the break row, it means there's no break in the song. The columns I have song parts, a place for chords, a place for lyrics, and then any notes on the melody. And I have some links at the bottom of my template to find things like rhymes, thesaurus, let's see what else I have, and cliches. So I got a couple different rhyme links because sometimes if you get stuck in a rhyme pattern and wording it that way is very accurate, you see all these other words that rhyme and it helps you get unstuck. And sometimes that just kind of helps the song take direction. And sometimes you look at all those words that rhyme and you're thinking, none of these have anything at all to do with the song direction I want to go in. So you change the rhyming word, and so those are just nice little tools to help you out. Start off thinking about the chorus because usually when I write a song, if the chorus isn't speaking to me or giving me some sort of center, kind of like an anchor, it keeps me in a relative place. So I took the chorus and I was just kind of thinking, hey, I need something. I'm going to try to write with keys. So on my studio program, I use Reason. I put in a piano and I was thinking, what am I hearing in my head? What's something I can come up with? So I started singing this super basic two-note melody for the chorus, and I came up with chords for it. And the song started to take shape. So the silly idea, I'm not the best at being silly on purpose. I mean, I guess that's a really, really bad way. Yeah, I can be extremely silly, and I typically am, but when it comes to what I like to create, I'm not silly. I'm usually the complete opposite of silly. I try to take that opportunity to be very introspective and deep and, all that type of songwritery stuff. I have a chorus, so I'm going to see if I can take this basic idea and come up with some verse or some story to go along with it. Came up with verse 1, and I was trying to think of a couple different things. As I went to start typing something, I was like, okay, I need some sort of idea, something that gives some contrast to the chorus. And sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It just really kind of depends. But I was trying to think again, how can I take this idea of fuzzy kittens and what I came up with for the chorus, and how can I, in some rational way, lead into that? So, as I thought of the lyrics, I started to hear very rhythmic melody. So, I started typing the words following that melody. And I came up with a pattern. And then I thought, okay, what is the chords and things. And for some reason, maybe it's because my browser, there's probably something on my computer, it's eating up cycles. My controller's a little bit laggy today and it's annoying me. I came up with some chords to go along with the verse. It's very short, so I'm thinking I need to add some musical padding to the song somewhere. So I have the song pretty much sketched out. I have 3 verses. I came up with kind of an idea for like an intro break, but what I'm going to do now is I already have a chorus set up in my software just so I could see how the chorus is working. Just basic chords, but I'm going to play out a verse section, some intro, get the basic arrangement of the song set up with just piano. I got some other ideas for sounds in my head. I'm going to keep this very simple, like an instrument or two. I want to have a beat, some sort of instrument for a melodic center, and then the vocals on top. So I have the song sketched out, meaning I have the parts that I wrote. I have an intro, 3 verses, 3 choruses. It's all back to back. There's no variety. I just have basic like piano chords so far. Problem is it's only a minute 44 long, which isn't that big a deal because I can add some things to it. So I restarted my DAW and closed my browser and thinking, hey, I'll just kind of jump into it. Well, it was still laggy, and it wasn't until now that I have like a beat, and I was like thinking to myself, oh, this project is not going very well at all. I realized that my sound settings were not even using my studio monitors yet, because I kept thinking, it's like, why is it I'm adjusting the volume and nothing's getting louder or softer? Well, I'm going to fix that right now because I just didn't notice. One good thing about my setup, my monitor is actually a TV, and I'm using HDMI output from my computer, and I can use those TV speakers for mixing and getting an idea of which instruments in a mix. Something like bass. You have the low bass sound that are going to come through on the monitors, but on TV speakers, not so much. Since I got the lagginess sorted out on my controller, and I feel so dumb for not noticing that the sound didn't sound at all like the monitors. It's like I put Justin in volume going, oh my gosh, what is up today? Anyway, that's things that happen, and plus I'm changing my whole process, so it makes sense I didn't notice. Got some different parts of the song set up, so it's 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Still pretty short. It's about a minute too short if I was going to make this a legit song. But this is just, one of those songs you just kind of jump into and jump out of and say see you later. So anyway, I'm going to change up the instruments. I think I'm going to keep piano and just add some other things to it. Just so I have some different melodic elements that are also different rhythmically. The piano does some pedal kind of things, where it hits the chord on the downbeat and holds it, which is really boring. But when you're writing a song, sometimes you need something kind of basic so you can hear different things in your head that play off that. So I added a bass sound, and I added another synth that's kind of like a pad texture type thing, and I just realized I need to add that on some of the subsequent choruses. What I decided to do is the bass and the piano come in with the beats at the very beginning, and they have some melodic ideas for each instrument. Then the synth pad comes in after the first chorus. I'm thinking that if I extended the chorus on this, it would make the song, let's see how much longer it would make it. It'd make the song 2.5 minutes. So, for a song like this that I will never play after I make this, I don't really care that it's only like 2-something minutes long. That's no big deal. I have a sample playing drum machine, and switch which channel I'm on. Turn it up. I have the kick drum routed out to a separate channel, and I have it some hardcore compression on it. And the compression gets, actually I have, the first stage of compression is pretty tough, but then the second stage isn't as tough, but the second stage makes up a lot of the gain, so you get a lot of the artificial effects of the first compression magnified with the second compression. But what's cool about this kit, it's a hip-hop kit, so it has a lot of non-drum kit sound and stuff. And one, the staticky sound, I used that on the verses to add some extra character. Of course I have a piano sound, and this is the piano sound that just comes with this instrument. Oops, and I gotta change tracks, dude. There we go. So it's called American Pop Piano. There are tons of pianos in here, but that's the one that loads up. One of my favorite instruments is a Soviet era Russian synthesizer, and this thing just sounds so fat. Imagine your mom and it's fatter. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But change the channel, dude. Come on, be a better videoer. But this thing just has some great sounds. And then the last one is use the kind of flagship synth of the software program. It's called Thor. And this is just a patch that I had. I didn't design this or anything. But I like the long release and the kind of rhythmic idea of the sound, you know, where you hit a note and it's not just the note sustain, you know, there's some movement. And I really like that idea. So I put all that together, and I'm going to add, change up the second and third chorus a little bit with that sound. I'm going to try this song out. So I'm going to go handheld. Here's the song. I have the lyrics set up. Got the song. I did add a little EQ, and I realized that I'd cut my chorus blocks a little short. They're 10 bars long instead of 8. So that makes the song a little bit longer than what I thought. It's still a short song. So this is going to be the first time I ran through the whole thing. I just did one practice, making sure like making sure I wasn't going to be awful at this. But like I said, here's a silly song about fuzzy kittens. You can see the lyrical idea I came up with because I waited to reveal it until now. Empty, I can see deeply. You and me will be purringly, sincerely. You say please, fuzzy kittens take control. Fuzzy kittens make me whole. Fuzzy kittens take control. Fuzzy kittens make me whole. And I know why. Carpet tree, we'll see. Birdie, clawingly, climbing, jumping, then sleeping. Fuzzy kittens take control. Fuzzy kittens make me whole. Fuzzy kittens take control. Fuzzy kittens make me whole. And I know why. Cleaning, lit, grooming, sick, staring into the other world, preparing for the next fold. Fuzzy kittens take control. Fuzzy kittens make me whole. Fuzzy kittens take control. Fuzzy kittens make me whole. And I know why.